Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. This is Joe, the bearded historian. He'll tell you an interesting story. Be careful of his soldiers, they can be brats. This is Angel, she's an entity. She'll cause chaos and plant her hands at you. This is Sue, she likes spirits, not the alcohol. She's the reason this channel exists. This is David, he likes fire trucks. He's here occasionally. Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. We preserve his story. Alright, this is the Museum of Fur Trade in Nebraska. We're going to see if they'll let us poke around and show you everything. Interesting window. Interesting. You see that? What does it say on the sign there?
First woodland laid by Grand Lodge, AF and AM of Nebraska, in AD 2004. Right now, Vern and Madge Moore Teacher Combs provided major funding for the construction of this tower. 2006.
The National Bank of China provided major funding. Construction of this portal. There's a portal.
Dedicated to the memory of fur traders and mountain men who are brothers in masonry.
You ready for the weekend? This is a video of us traveling through a museum. I've done a museum tour in a little bit. Not that long ago. I don't remember. Anyway, ready? Gotta do a shout out. Shout out time. This is a shout out just for you. You support me, so I support you. This shout out goes to our friend. Let's see who it is today. Ready? Here we go. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record player, right round, baby. Oh, and it's the Griffins. Okay. And it is, welcome to, we are the Griffin family. We've got Joe, Christy, and twins, Keely, Joseph, and, of course, the new addition, Drew? I don't know. I could be killing that. I'm terrible at names. North Carlston. I know how to read words. I'm sorry, guys. My head's killing me. Important family time, positive, fun. This is a great family. Lots and lots of fun. We've got challenges and things here. So check them out. Like, share, comment. Have a good. So we got permission to stuff. Maybe if I can remember how to work my camera. Fisherman finds furs. Dried salted cod. What's a big cod?
Yes, it is.
I like the hat.
Yes. First National Bank of Nebraska sponsored it.
Europeans Quest for Riches. Oh, that's a cool amulet. Can I get an amulet like that? I don't know what I'd do with it.
1640, the oldest rifle
That's fun.
of Indian trade over New York to the Iroquois.
Ooh, ship.
Narwhal.
You're a narwhal.
Oh, it's right there. Seriously.
I didn't even see the narwhal. I saw the turtle, and I saw the unicorn horn. I did not see the narwhal. Yeah, that's a big, decent size shell in the coins.
Coins.
Our coin collectors will like that.
Yeah. Oh, I do like the boat though.
I love the boat.
The non-such.
We have to get a boat.
Yes, we do.
I've decided eventually we need a boat. I don't know where
I
to
would
put
want a boat like that because those were really hard to sink except on high seas and heavy seas.
Look.
Rifles, medals.
Which cauldrons? I'm just kidding. And Joe'll like it.
Yeah. tiny shells, and some more trading medals.
Beaver! That's a big beaver, too. French versus England. Oh, cards. French playing cards. Interesting.
French arrowheads. England's chief medal from Louis XVI.
Oh, it's a mirror.
French powder horn.
Oh, that's a cool cross. I like that.
Like the trading sword, the falchion.
It's odd.
Firearm accessories, lead ball.
Great Lakes. Hey, look, Poseidon was here.
I know, it's a weird looking beaver.
Poseidon was here.
The what?
Poseidon was here.
Of course. They even had a bigger Poseidon, one of 5 points instead of 3. Bear traps.
Ooh, I like this ship. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I like that. It even looks like it's varnished so I can touch it.
Francis Allen, built in New York in 1869 to hunt seals. It was the first steam-powered vessel in Antarctic waters. Gift of William Reynolds from Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, look at the powder, sealing powder. Gunpowder.
When you said sealing powder, I was like, what does it seal?
That's a good question. Probably not the seals. Oh, look at the rifles. It's an elite trade rifle by Jacob Dickers of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Supplied rifles to us from trappers before 1850. 50 calibers.
Wow.
Yeah, 58s. Kentucky rifle by B.D. Gill, grandson of Jacob Dickers. Made about 1830. Kit Carson's first rifle was a product of this maker. A 53 caliber.
Look at these goggles.
Oh, funky. Bright sunlight, glare, and dusty conditions made the mountain
I guess,
men
well, my kind of
prime
goggles.
candidates for purchasing tinted goggles to protect their eyes. That's understandable.
Well, that sounds like the ones that they have for like snow.
For snow
Hiking.
blindness and stuff, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
A favorite mountain man's tobacco is the plug, a compressed rectangle weighing a pound, so it could be smoked or chewed.
Weird.
Oh, look at the ledger,
I saw the ledger.
employment and pay record from the Snake River Trapping Brigade. See, when I did the piece on the Oregon Trail, a lot of these guys were the guys that laid the foundation for the Oregon Trail because they
Did we do
knew,
a piece on the Oregon Trail?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
yeah. See, these were the first guys that were in that part of the country, and so when the idea for Lewis and Clark came along, they were like, well, some of these guys will be able to tell you the shortest ways and the easiest ways to traverse.
Cannon! It's a tiny cannon.
America. Oh yeah, baby cannon. Want some coffee?
Also, like one of the first rain jackets.
Tea in a samovar. Interesting.
That looks interesting.
Yeah. Angel can have her tea. Basically, had a drip tray with a drip bowl, chimney extension to help start the fire, and a snuffer to put it out. Huh. Swords, Russian short sword, and a blacksmith-made Tilngut double-edged fighting dagger. I like
Ooh,
that.
I like that. I'd probably hurt myself on it, though.
There's a
To be
spear.
fair.
Yeah. Oh, it's a canoe.
I think it can.
Madarka or kayak. Kayak person.
I thought kayaks were generally one. That one has 3.
Yeah.
This looks very uncomfortable. What is it?
A tinged headdress with walrus whiskers and ermine skins. Most of these skins came from the traders. In the 1790s, one ship alone brought 5,000 of them from Litzbig, Germany.
I don't like it.
A couple more rifles from the Northwest. I like the
Totem thingy?
Yeah, totem for the with 2 birds, 2 bears.
Like the buttons?
Tell them get raven pole. Angel would like the raven pole. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yes, you definitely like the raven pole. I like the chess.
That is very, very ornate. I like the top.
There's an old-fashioned steamboat.
Yep, side wheeler, the Yellowstone. This is one of the ones that the Native Americans hated because they had to chop down trees alongside the creek to keep those boilers running, and thusly Native Americans hated it because it destroyed fishing areas too.
I can see that.
Rendezvous.
Oh, it's a fort, babes.
This was one of the big events. This was like a large-scale camping organization that they would have in Wyoming. Basically, all the traders and trappers would come to one area so they could swap goods before the one people went back east and the trappers went back out to do more of their business. This is kind of like how they operated, kind of like a fair. And so that's what these people were doing when they do the rendezvous. They do usually 1 or 2 a year out in the western parts of the present-day U.S. Of course, that all changed when the Oregon Trail started. Oh, cool.
Like I said, a fort.
Fort Pierce. And there's the river, of course, the big muddy mow.
More boats.
St. Louis Merchants. I like the ship.
That one's okay.
Keel boat. Their rifle has part of the stock broken off.
I like the big coins.
Yeah. Capital. Federal used companies to distribute medals and annuity goods to the Indian tribes. Left government medals issued by Beth and St. Braun to Cheyenne in Colorado. Counterfeit medals were made by the Chateau Company bearing Van Buren's likeness. The company was ordered to destroy them. I wonder why.
What?
Obsolete U.S. Army Model 1821 cap plats were sold as surplus for decoration. Plainsman's earrings made of trade shell beads. In areas of intense competition like Minnesota, the American Fur Company marked their goods with a monogram to avoid confusion with other firms' goods. Here is a hoe and hatchet marked AMF.
Interesting.
Yeah, stamp your own souvenir, basically.
We want to go down or we want to go there?
Go there.
Go there? Okay. We're going to go there. Oh, I like the chair.
It is a cool chair. Logan, B, and Maxine both.
Up or down?
Up.
Up it is.
Penny.
There's the Jaguar she was telling us about.
Yeah.
This museum would make Angel very sad.
Yeah.
Also makes me kind of sad, but it was long ago, so can't get too sad about it.
And I mean, the thing is, the Native Americans also, the thing that the Native Americans loved about bison was all the usefulness they could get out of a single bison. And I mean, literally everything. Like how we used to say that with the cow that they would be able to produce everything, or a pig that they'd be able to do everything with, except the tail and the oink. They could do even better with the bison. They used it for coats, they used it for leather, they used it for food, they used it to make teepees with. There was no end of use that they could have with the bison. Even today, it's one of the reasons why the tribes are starting to repopulate their lands with them.
These coats are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Very formal.
Very formal. They almost remind me of the French style.
I could almost wear that one, but it looks heavy.
Yeah. Fringe buckskin, known as a hunting frock. Frock. The chief's coats was either military coats or fanciful approximations of them with decorative buttons, lacing, offers, epaulets. Contrasting cuffs and collars are typical of the European style of military uniform. Shown here is an actual chief's coat and scale model typical for the 1840s Plains Indian clothing.
Interesting.
And a wool dance apron decorated with a worsted wool binding sold by the Hudson's Bay Company, late 19th century, British Columbia. That's a weird looking hat.
It is a weird looking
With
hat.
a red ball on top. So that way the cat can play with them.
Shawls
Yeah.
for women.
Well, they're kind of pretty.
I kind of like the blue one. I don't know that I would wear it though.
True.
I'm not a very ornate person.
This is kind of interesting because it's got a flag on it.
Huh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Probably before things all went south, I imagine.
The flags have different stars. This one has 3 on the top. That one has like 4 on the top.
Right.
That's weird.
Trying to think how many states we would have had back then. 5, 10, 13, 13.
Look, I found Waldo.
Yes.
Pioneer Waldo.
Stripes. What's your cooking skillet?
God, we would have been dangerous back then.
Yeah. Your secret.
Hey, look, I found Red Riding Hood.
Yes. Trade blanket. Interesting. More color.
I do have to say these blankets do not look very soft.
No. Probably more durable to keep out the
Hmm,
breeze and stuff.
Probably, donation and warmth. I do agree.
Moccasins.
I like the moccasins.
Athabascan, Lakota, Arakara, Crow, Cree. Santee, Sioux, Yankton, Sioux, Cheyenne. Interesting.
Oh, I like that one.
Greenland Eskimo, my buddies.
Ooh. Okay, when I see stripes like that, I think of 2 things. Mattress or prison.
Could be either.
I'm just saying. Don't
Legend
you?
has it that British tax collectors levy export duty on each blanket, so blanket makers finish them in pairs. They are always supplied in pairs to the fur company and then cut in 2 for the customer. In front of this case to your left, a bale of blankets, as it would have been shipped from England to a fur trading company. The bale contains 50 blankets. Old or damaged blankets were used as covers to protect the goods in the bale.
So,
To your left.
these ones?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because these are kind of faded, but those would look brand new. And here's some more. This is kind of interesting though. Check this out. This one's corduroy, popular material for trousers since colonial times. Cotton calicos, plain and printed. East Indian cottons, colonial times include from the left Madras, Romals, Siamese, Guras, and Guinea stripes. Cotton stripes, and then cotton ticking, popular for clothing and tents, like you were saying. Muslin sheeting, linen sheeting, Russian sheeting, linen sailcloth, also called Russian duck or raven duck, used for shelters and houseboat sails. Cotton muslin sheeting, jean cloth, and Indian head cloth, all mid-19th century. Cotton substitutes for more expensive linen fabrics. Chintz, nankeen from China, and Turkey red cottons.
I kind of like this one. It's pretty.
Yeah. Union cloth, also called Negro cloth, made of cotton wrap and wool weft. Penston, wool fabric. Calamanico, Hudson's Bay Company, superfine. Scottish plaid, the girl's favorite. Saved list, also known as Northwest list. This was the most common wool selvage cloth in the American trade. And then corded list, duffel, or regular blanketing. Those look kind of soft.
They look warm.
Étoffe dupes, or country stuff, made by the French Canadians by boiling and pounding wool blanketed to make winter garments and sold by the Hudson's Bay Company.
That one looks itchy.
Yes.
That's all I can say about that. All I can say is this,
Uh-huh.
that's small.
That's very tiny, yeah.
Even the blue one.
A standard man's blanket was a 3-point, while women's usually wore a 2.5-point blanket. 1-point blankets were for infants. A pale 2-point blanket, shown here, was a pastel shade introduced in the 1920s. All the other colors shown were available in the 18th century. That one.
So the pale blue one is a 2?
Yeah, 2.1.
I think that would barely cover me.
Barely, yeah. Back then, people were only about 5'3", too, which... You know,
Which I am 5'3".
Yeah.
No, well, 5'2", 5'3", I don't know. But I feel like my feet would be hanging out anyway.
and there's the point blanket again.
What's the point?
Point.
What's the point? That's not a point, you dork.
That's a long feather.
Look at the masks.
Macaw feather, that's why.
I like this one. Looks like he's whistling.
He might be, he's got a whole nose up. Oh, that's a funky looking hat.
Oh, it's kind of pretty.
All beadwork. I think the shoes would be itchy on your feet, though.
Yes, I think that would
welcome
be
to the land of
very
scratchy. Yeah.
Oh, I like
wow.
these boots.
The Osage Ball Club, also known as Thumper. Clunk. Oh, you could hit with the War Club with an antler spike. That would hurt like a mother.
I don't know.
That hybrid War Club.
That looks kind of
yes.
fun.
Combining the ball and gun stock patterns. Wow. The wooden one for the gun stock club looks pretty painful. Kearney War Club. Old school bow.
No, they're
Oh,
kind
look, it's the semi-modern for your
Trident?
Triton. Yeah, Triton and your Trident.
I'm pretty sure he didn't use bones. Those are some interesting gloves.
I like the pipes.
Like Chick-fil. Clothing.
Textiles. More materials. San Carlos, 1889.
Oh, look at these socks. They do not look comfortable at all. They look very itchy.
Itchy, yes. White fine linen shirt. Suit dress and blue shrouds with 4,000 Titaniella shells. Wow.
That's a lot of shells.
Yeah. It'd take a long time to put that thing together.
Yes.
Okay, now down to the right. Buffalo Hunters and Wolves.
What's the box?
I don't know. I'm looking for a label of some sort.
There's one way down there, but I can't see it. Not without bending down, and I don't want to bend down. Coins.
Medicine Man's drum from the Rosewood Sioux.
Oh.
Interesting.
Aha, cool.
Yeah. Government issued blanket of 1860 to 1870. Marked U.S. Interior Department.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah. ID. The Fort Laramie Peace Council, 1867 to 68, and the Blackfeet Council with the Governor General of Canada, 1881. The U.S. government issued Andrew Johnson Peace Medal after the Civil War with Indian signatures around Fort Laramie and the Medicine Lodge treaties that ceded most of the Plains Indian tribal lands and set up the reservations. The medal was issued to Bears Rib, a Hunpapa Sioux later who advocated peace with the whites.
It's some more interesting stuff.
The Great White North. Peace.
Oh, it's whalebone. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I was wondering what it was.
Baleen whale, yep.
Oh, those are cute. Also kind of creepy at how lifelike they are.
Yes.
And I like the coins.
The most insurmountable problem of heating and cooking in the high Arctic was eventually solved by the Swedish in 1912, who invented the Primus stove. Instead of a stone lamp burning scarce whale oil, the Primus burned white gas. They could bring a pint of ice water to boiling with 1 minute. Arctic hunters, trappers, and explorers could haul a month's supply of fuel in a 5-gallon can, and new stoves were highly reliable. Oh, that's cool.
That was cool.
Set of HBC tokens, the equivalent issued in the Arctic. Brown tokens are the decimal equivalents of Canadian dollar. A square token represents the one white fox. Interesting.
This man's trying to be a cloud.
Yes, he is.
Hey, look, I found the rainbow.
Northern Monopoly.
That looks very warm.
York Fort on Hudson's Bay, the main entry point of the HBC who supplied British America, was replaced in 1857 by Fort Garry, which supplied the new United States Railroads and Great Lakes steamship lines. After the merger of the Hudson's Bay Company and the Northwest Company, this new company was given monopoly control over most of British America, including Rupert's Land, the old HBC territory draining in Hudson's Bay, Labrador, and the King's Post along St. Lawrence, and all the territory reaching to the Pacific. Under the skillful guidance of Sir George Simpson, the HBC expanded its business into Russian America, the Oregon coast, and Hawaii. After Simpson's death in 1860, political pressures in the eastern British America increased to create a new country, Canada. The HBC's monopoly ended in 1867 after nearly 200 years in exchange for cash payments and a percentage of land.
Fun.
This is a cool hat.
It's an interesting hat.
Glengarry
There's a
Hornet.
thingy behind it, or underneath it. Hudson Bay Company. Oh, 1 pound. It's a thingy.
Oh,
Like a,
form of currency, like a
yeah.
stock.
Yeah. That's what I was
Oh,
looking
look
for.
at this.
That's a cool coin.
It's a big medal.
It's a big medal.
For the quality of its fur exhibits. And here's a medal awarded by King Edward VII to Queen Alexandra to Little Bull in 1909.
There's another one.
Uh,
For Queen Alexandra Medal commemorating the Treaty of Number 7.
with the Blackfeet. Little guides and historical books. And of course, modern fur trade.
Look, the canoe is upside down. Anybody want to go canoeing? Come on, kayaking. Or you want to go canoeing or kayaking, whatever it is.
Canoe de Marfray freight canoe, 36 feet long, constructed in 1950 for a Wisconsin History Museum. The museum here purchased it.
Oh, another cannon. And a scopy thing. Not for like my little mermaid.
Balfour.
Interesting thingy boppers on the bathrooms. Oh, look at these chairs. Those are cool. They don't look comfortable, but they're cool. Oh, I like the little hutty thing.
That's cool.
That's cool. Oh, there's another one above us.
That's the 3-man freight canoe used by the Canadian Fur Trade reenactor groups. Again, the museum purchased. Oh, wow. Big bear.
Yeah, big bears. And look, flags.
That's cool. Oh, wow. Shipping basket.
We could put the girl in it.
Yeah, we could. The large M on the basket indicates it was offloaded in Montreal and the cargo divided to individual trading posts. Big wagon.
Big wagon.
This is the Red River Park reproduction.
Oh, wow.
Each cart could haul 800 to 900 pounds of trade goods or furs pulled by one horse with one driver. Some freighters used ox instead of a horse.
I was going to say, this looks more like an oxen.
Yeah. Furs were put into bales for storage and shipment. The 100-pound bale contains 10 buffalo robes. Coding indicates American Fur Company, Upper Missouri outfit, Fort John or Fort Laramie, James Bordeaux, and the bale number.
There's a bird.
Bird.
I don't know what kind of bird it is, but there's a bird.
You want to do the visitor entry?
Ooh, sign it. On books.
Is the third or the fourth?
Fourth. Oh.
Number one,
Anything you
the
put
Viking
in?
flag, European flag.
Oh, it's telling you what the flags are.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Next one is Spain. Third one is the England. The French for the Lys. You got Sweden, number 5, my guys, and the Dutch West India Company. So yeah, these are a bunch of North American flags as they went forward.
Some interesting books. You know, I can read. Did you hear me?
Yes, I did.
Union Jack, War of 1812, Hudson Bay, Northwest Company, and American Fur Company.
Next up, we got the Russian-American Company, the Trader's Flag, Mexico, the Kingdom of Hawaii, with the different cups. There's a Doggo cup,
That is weird.
and also a Beaver cup.
That is very weird.
That one almost looks like a hand grenade.
Those are very weird. That's all I have to say about that.
That's the sash.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah, hand woven, early 19th century. Oh, checkers.
Oh, weird. Look at this, babes. Okay, I don't know why, but they should not be called nipples.
No. Percussion cap boxes in different sizes. Flints.
Ooh, violin. And there's your checkers.
Although the chess set has a lot more squares.
Look at their dice. They're so tiny.
Tiny dice.
I would lose them in about 5 minutes.
Yes. Cowrie shells. Oh, look at all the pots.
Found religion.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I like the little rings.
Yeah, looks cool. Voyager Cross found at a portage near Lake Winnipeg. Their rosary, of course. Do you want a kettle or 8? Look at all the different sizes you've got.
That is so cool, though. I'd love to. I don't know what I would do with those.
I like the straight brass one here.
That is cool.
Very shiny. Officer.
Is that brass or is it copper?
Oh, that's cool. Silverware, whiskey flask, compass, gold officer's ring. The medical kit. Anybody get hurt?
Only the mannequin.
Oh, the mannequin. Oh, darn.
Daisy?
Gear again.
Look, fishermen, this is how they used to do it in the olden days.
No kidding. Wow. Look at all the hooks.
I would definitely,
Want some sturgeon line?
I would definitely hurt myself with that.
Cigars. Here's your tobacco farming, guys. This is what they used to use. You got the original leaves, got pigtail. Tobacco carrots, so called because of their shape, contained natural leaf tobacco wrapped in linen and bound with rope to prevent it from crumbling. Old Moriard, 1860 to 1882. Wow. That's a lot of different varieties of tobacco.
It is. It's a lot of different types.
Tomahawk, green turtle, Army and Navy. That is awesome. That's crazy.
When I first saw it, I didn't realize that it was tobacco.
Yeah.
Moose in there's more canoe size than we're used to.
Canoe. Pedal Scott.
Ooh, pedals.
Pedals. This Argets.
Ooh.
Fur press. Wow.
Interesting. Books.
Books. Old books.
Oh, those looked cool and dangerous at the same time. They're drawing thingies, right?
Looks like it. Surveyor and draftsman in the early working years, he assembled these drafting instruments and had a 3-level kit for them from a fishing tackle box.
Wait. I know that that's a tackle box, but he wasn't a fisherman. That's kind of fun. I like that.
Multiple. I like his sketchbook though.
I do. I like his sketchbook. All right, and here comes the goons. China. Oh, I like the box.
Oh, look at all the keys.
I like the keys.
There's an audio tour.
Coin.
A little Chinese box.
Oh, that's tea. I thought that
Thousands
was...
of cheap muskets were sold to the Native Americans by ships visiting the West Coast.
Go down the river.
Down the river. Floaty, floaty. Clash of the Titans.
There's a letter. Very cool. And more crosses. Penny guns. Metal. I like the chest.
Kind of cool. Should do a report on that sometime. The Voyagers.
That could be fun. Should I build you a list of topics for way back Wednesday?
Well, I think we could.
We can. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I mean, this was the company that basically took over the fur trade in the Pacific Northwest. See here. See, they worked alongside and against the Hudson's Bay Company, but they were actually hired by the United States for that purpose, and they signed a contract for their work. That was actually their name, was the Voyagers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not like Columbus or, you know.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, I like that.
And again, another little barrel. I like cute little barrels.
It's a cute little barrel.
Yes.
It would not hold very much, though.
No.
Now we gotta go up and around the goons. Books.
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna go this way. Okay, those were open, so I was like, why are you in the drawers? But those ones don't open.
Took them soon.
Some of them are open now.
John Kinsey. See him. Kit Carson. There's a guy that has a bridge named after him. There's a lot of guns. Well, she did say.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
A lot of oldies.
Folk Tales of the Young World.
I see this being more your style.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cookbook. Never mind. I didn't realize that.
There's one for the girl. The vegetable box.
Oh, I suppose I should show it down here.
Northwest Gun Company, Northwest Gun by Thomas.
Okay, that's not gonna work.
London.
You can't see the name of them. Like,
Yeah. That was the name. Percussion Northwest Gun. Yeah, it's got a boom. What about it? Bada boom, bada boom.
got a boom, bang, a bang.
Late Belgian Northwest Gun for the American.
Oh, I like this one.
Oh, that is cool. Original Percussion Northwest Gun by Barnett, dated 1874. Sold by Hudson's Bay Company competitor. It was used by Joseph Oliet, oldest man in the Rail Rebellion, 1885.
Interesting.
Hudson Bay Company Imperials. This is a line of muzzle loaders and cartridge guns in 1895 to replace the Northwest guns and the fine guns. Imperials closely resemble the English shotguns, but most have the same 24 gauge bores, 58 caliber, the same as the Northwest guns. They were 4 makers of the Imperials, all in Birmingham, and the guns are numbered 1 through 4.
This one's got like little crosses all the way up it.
That is funky.
Oh, question. Do we want to do the
Outside?
outside separately or just keep going?
We'll just keep going.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
This is rattlesnake country.
Oh, wow. I'm
Guessing that way?
guessing that way. Just because there's a sign over there. Oh, To the trading post. Look, there's a sign.
Yes.
We are geniuses.
Oh, the yellow flowers.
Very pretty. National Registry of Historical Places.
Oh.
But it doesn't say what it is.
This property has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places by the United States Department of the Interior. So.
Oh, cacti. The roof has cacti.
I see that.
It's a very prickly roof.
And there's
Look.
a prickly right here too.
I say the prickly. That is much more dangerous. That is the prickliest roof I think I've ever seen.
It looks sticky and prickly. Cool. So you can
Number
use blue cloth.
1.
Kind of cool.
I see some blue cloth.
The fur company from New York. I had the people come down here to do trading. There's the creek down below. Looks like there used to be a walkway right there.
Yeah, I see that. Makes you wonder what that fence is for.
Probably private property, I imagine.
But look at the way it zigzags, though.
True. It does make you wonder. There's also like a cactus or a cattle farm right there.
I see that.
More cacti.
Look at the cacti. I've never seen any on a roof before. That's so wild.
Rattlesnake country, be careful. Yeah.
What?
Numbers 2, 3, and 4. You want your choice of blankets? Or maybe a barrel or two?
I like the barrels. Their glass is bowing.
This post was established for the Brule Sioux Indians by traders from Fort Pierre in 1837.
Wow.
James Bordeaux and Marie Bordeaux. That's kind of cool. They're your living history lesson.
And you can see the
literally.
mood in between the logs.
Scabbards for the swords. Fireplace. Antlers.
Yeah, I just saw the fireplace.
That's kind of cool. I like it. They got hatchets, buttons, axe heads. You got spoons and kettles and pretty much like, well, it's a trading post. Anything that you needed, you could come through here, you know, buy a little bit. And,
I would not trust it in the summer or in the August.
yeah,
Definitely not.
glad we're here now instead of in the,
Uh-huh.
heat and the chaos.
Speaking of which, we need to get up to Newell before
Right.
it gets too warm.
Yeah. So a wasp season kicks off.
Or we won't be able to do the outside again.
Yeah.
Average winter. Oh, they're so funny. Ugh, interesting doohickey.
Not sure what it was for, except maybe to beat the hides with.
That would be my guess.
Either for drying or weaving or any other purpose I could think of.
And of course the teepee. I heard a horsey. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, we're getting over there. Mandan squash, asada beans, Arikra watermelon, and Seneca purple beans. I've had purple beans before. They're kind of funky. I've been in one of these before, and it's really kind of an amazing thing of structure, because you think, oh, it's, you know, a big thing of cloth. Well, the thickness and stuff, it stops all wind, and it's got a vent at the top, so that if you have a fire in the middle of it, it keeps everybody nice and warm, and it keeps out the elements. So it's kind of ingenious.
Those windows are so tiny.
Yeah, they're very tiny.
Purple flowers.
Flowers.
I think that is it. Oh, I like the fountain. I wish it was going.
Yeah. I think there was one more wing inside the museum off on this side, but we'll take a look. That might just be the
I think that's just their
shop or whatever it is.
I think that's just their shop or their library.
Well, it never hurts to go in the